All right, we're going to just start this, kicking this off. Appreciate everyone showing up. This is just going to be a 20, 30-minute gab about basically the slimmed down version of what we're doing here. There's a number of different reasons why we adjusted the plan and done a whole bunch of different things. Number one, at the end of the day, we want to be in business for the long haul. We just do not want temporary things. And also we want something that does not require a lot of time to work. Myself, I got other projects running. I got a new kiddo running around. I just don't have a lot of time. I know, another gentleman on a call, Jake, going full board with real estate stuff. So, I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but we are wanting a way to generate income without us spending a lot of time to do so. And that's why we put together the system the way it is we have. Now, what I'm going to talk about is just an overview, my mentality, and a little bit of mindset behind it. So that being said, I'm going to just go straight into sharing my screen. So hopefully you can see my screen. Somebody, Renee, Ronald, somebody give me a thumbs up. You can see the screen? Okay, good. So long story short, we tweaked the system. We've done a bunch of different things. I think we're the only people on the internet still promoting some of these opportunities. I don't know. But at the forefront, we have the program Easy One Up. Now, they're doing their first event in LA. Peter Wolfing is a very active and very transparent guy. And the idea is to have something on the front end that provides chunky commissions. In the past we had, I'm trying not to say any names, but I'm going to throw them out there. We had iCoin Pro at the front. But after signing up 10, 15, 20 people a week and the amount of money I was making, it's just not chunky enough. And the average person is not going to be signing up 10 to 20 people a week. The average person may get one or two people a month. So the thing is, you have to ask yourself, if you're only going to sign up one or two people a month, and when you do sign up somebody, would you want a $20, $10 commission, or would you want something, a little chunkier, 250 or 500? And so because of that is why we put the instant cash paying business up front. Now, iCoin Pro is still part of the following plan. However, look, we get into this thing to make money, and we want to make money now. We don't want to make money later. People have the instant gratification mentality, and we're appeasing to that. Now, we're not saying iCoin Pro is, a bad opportunity or anything, but it will take time if you're just relying on it as a moneymaker, period. The system setup, obviously, power lead system. I know there's other marketing systems out there, but I've met the company owner numerous times. I shook his hand. I looked him in the eye. They have not had an issue with payouts for the past 3 years. They're a 15-year-old company. Okay, that says a lot about how long they've been around. They've been through the ups. They've been through the downs. And again, I met the company owner. I looked in his eyes. Same thing with iCoin Pro. And again, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, as far as the moneymaker, I take my own numbers. I take my own example. I take what I go through on a daily basis. I take different things that I'm doing. And what I do is I position everything that I am in online strategically to create the most cash flow in the shortest amount of time, and something that's going to give me a strong residual on the back end. Because I know that if I'm working a system and I have to keep tweaking it so that way I get continuous income coming in, that's what other people want. I mean, that's why, certain folks are following me, because they want the same things. It's not, I'm not joining new shiny balls. I'm not looking at different opportunities. It's just taking what the majority of us are already in and just positioning it in a way to create the quickest cash flow now. And that's going to provide strong residual income over time. And it is just that simple. Now,
also,
yeah, go ahead.
With one of the reasons that iCoin Pro got moved out of the front end was because it's more of a niche market than you comparing it to some people that just want to learn how to make money online. So you're already pigeonholing yourself and the traffic that you're buying on a consistent basis if you're trying to just target people to get into crypto. So we found out, like what Rob said, with the amount of money that we were spending on traffic, the amount that we were getting back in return and profit, it wasn't feasible. And on top of that, we were losing a lot of people. So at least with having the instant cash strategy on the front end, you know, that's the whole main goal is to get somebody up and running and duplicating our efforts that we do fast. And let's all admit it, the learning curve to get involved with cryptocurrency is a little steep. And even after going through the entire process, I mean, if you take somebody that has absolutely no idea what the hell Bitcoin is on day one, by the time that, you know, even if they go through all the training with iCoin Pro, get set up with a wallet, and let's just say they have 10 or 15 grand to be able to dump into whatever it is that they're trying to invest to learn how to make money online, you're not going to see any of that. It's going into their trading account. And good, bad, and different, whatever, they might blow their entire account. That's neither here nor there. But the thing is, why not have something on the front end that's going to make sense to where you guys can profit, and also so they can start duplicating the efforts faster than trying to go through the learning curve of Bitcoin and crypto and everything else. So with crypto, I mean, it's still there, and I'm sure Rob's going to touch on it because I just saw one of the other funnels here in just a second. But I mean, that's one of the back end ways to promote. Like once you already build your list and once you already have people active on the front end, then just slam them with shiny stuff. And then, you know, out of that select group of your email list that you've already been building, then you can start segmenting it out to people that are interested in crypto. So
no, it's just that simple. It's funny because Bitcoin was down for a while, it seems like everyone went away. And then now that a lot of people are speculating that we're going into the next bull run, everybody's magically talking about it again. So what we're trying to do is just get rid of the riffraff. We want something as evergreen as possible on the front end. And then we could still, you know, of course, if you are interested in going down the crypto rabbit hole, we have this whole back end piece that we can plug in as well. And it's just that simple. And we just want things that have been around. You know, Peter Wolfing is very transparent with Easy One Up, very active. Michael Price has been, you know, running Power Lead System for 15 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, is there other things out there? Yes. Is there other things that are easier out there? Probably. But this is what I'm running with, and this system hasn't let me down since. You know, we got the personal development piece. In my opinion, the premier personal development program in the world. You know, and I'm just saying that from my own example. My own example of listening to the bits and pieces or listening to these audios in the personal development program. And I'm trying not to go too much down each of these pieces because I'm going to tie it all in together at the end. But the personal development piece has helped me getting out of Marine Corps, 6 figures of debt, unscrewing my thinking, allowing me to learn different things to get to where I am now. And it's just that simple. Right now in the background, I'm working with some high-level people. I'm working with some higher-level brands. If you haven't seen me too active on social media, if you've seen me and you see me in the past and you see me now, there's a reason why I'm becoming more, let's just say, mainstream. And that's because of different opportunities that have been presented to me because I lived my life based on the concept of our personal development piece, period. You know, and there's some people, they'll just say, yeah, okay, you're just trying to push a new thing or whatever. Well, that's fine. But you continue your life the way you're going, and I'm going to continue my life the way it's going. And then lastly, we have the traffic. Now, any online business, you need lots and lots of people to see your offer, period. When most people present an opportunity, they just will show you the one opportunity and it looks nice and simple. But then they don't tell you, oh, well, to make that work, you need to learn this training. And then you need to get a marketing system. And then you need to get, go to events. And then you need to do this. And then you need to do that. They don't tell you the full story. So here, when people come in, we want to present the whole thing right up front so people get it. And every single piece individually can be marketed. You can choose to promote our instant cash business 100% by itself. You can do the same thing with Power Lead System. You can do the same thing with our personal development piece, and you can do the same thing with traffic. You could just be a reseller of traffic. That's the choice. The reason why I set this system up this way is because when people come in, we show them our full system, right? Not everyone wants to join everything. That happens to me all the time. Some people come in, they already have a business. I say, hey, that's fine, but you can learn how to market it with the Power Lead System. And you need traffic. Here's my traffic sources. So that person who did not join me in my business is buying traffic from my link. You see what I'm saying? You don't know who's on your email list. You don't know who's watching your YouTube videos. If you just sell a company, this company is the best company, blah, 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 blah. I had a guy hating on one of my Facebook posts who is, pushing a CBD, cannabis, whatever you want to call it, deal. And it's just like he's married to that one opportunity. What if the government comes in and says, hey, this is all illegal? Then what? You see what I'm saying? So we want something general that we can fly underneath the radar and still collect. Does that make sense? We want to fly under the radar. We don't want to be like, and that's another reason why we, taught about moved crypto, the cryptocurrency opportunity off. Crypto mining in the US is like still being speculated on. It's one of those things that's, it makes people nervous. We want something generic. We want something general. We want to fly below the radar and we want to collect. If we're out there pushing, whatever, I call it cannabis, but you get what I'm saying. I can't think of their actual word, but, your CBD oils and all this stuff. Or if you're pushing the cryptocurrency, trading deals hard, you're going to be on the radar. We want something that's, again, below the radar. We do not want to cause any more attention to ourselves than already is out there. Now, every single one of these pieces can be promoted separately. What I also have added on is a broke man's plan. Obviously, a lot of people laugh at my plan, but I lay out, look, if you're strapped for cash, this is the minimum you need to get started. And if and even a website looks kind of brokish because I designed it, but it's just a simple way of breaking down everything you see here into bite-sized, manageable chunks for the average person to get started. To get started is $37. Actually, I'm sorry, $47. So when people say, well, I don't have the money. Oh, well, can you come up with $47? I know homeless people who make more than $47 a day. It's not whether they can come up with the money. It's just they don't want to. And so when they say, hey, Rob, that's a lot of programs. Okay, I got you. If you're serious, here's the broke man's plan. And then I watch what they do. If they choose to join the programs, great. If not, then I know that they weren't serious and I shouldn't waste my time with them anymore. And it's very simple. I just put out the first instant cash paying business. I tell them to join the minimum level. I talk about it in this video here. Lead Lightning, one time $7. I tell you how to take your Easy One Up link and put it in your Lead Lightning back office and take that link and advertise it on FutureNet. No monthly fees, no worrying about different things. The autoresponders already set up. And then, of course, you know, you can join GIN, Global Information Network, that personal development program for free, and listen to the audios that we have programmed in this funnel. And, of course, get in our Facebook group. To the folks who don't want to get involved in a Facebook group, you're not going to make it. You want to be as close to us, and you want to stay as close to us as possible. There's so many people going out and going their own different ways. When you look at the people who are the most successful, they are always a part of a bigger network of successful people, period. It doesn't have to be in the same industry, but they are always connected to a higher source of inspiration, motivation, success, whatever you want to call it. Same thing in my case. And it should be the same thing in your cases. The reason you show up to things like this is because you want to stay connected to people who are succeeding at this. If you're not connected, you're not going to stick it out. You're not going to make this thing work, period. The last thing I want to talk about is the crypto piece. I've created this piece. I put it in the funnel. This is a separate piece for the people who do want to go down that rabbit hole. You know, I say for the instant cash paying business, I do accept Bitcoin, or I do accept cryptocurrency. And then when people ask, well, what's cryptocurrency? What's that? I heard about Bitcoin, blah, 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 blah. Very simple. I send them this page. I'm done. I don't need to say anything else after that, because the page will do the talking. It has the video. You create your iCoin Pro account, and then you can learn all about it. You see what I'm saying? Too many people make this thing hard because they want to explain, they want to tell, they want to post all over their Facebook wall, they want to post all over the place, they want to spam and do all this stuff. You don't have to do that. You don't have to, there's an easy way of working this, and then there's a hard way of doing it. The only thing I do is the same thing I share in my Facebook group. I follow this plan. I buy traffic every single week. I have a budget. You folks who follow me, you know where I get my traffic from. It's no secret. And I do videos and I talk about this plan all the time. And the more I talk about this plan going into mindset, the more I get sold on my plan. The more sold I am on my plan, guess what? The more I'm going to sell people. There's one guy who said, hey, Rob, I'm starting to lose hope. I got 700 leads and 0 signups. I said, okay, have you shot, and I asked him 5 questions. Have you shot a YouTube video talking about the plan in the past 7 days? Have you emailed that same video to your list? Right there, that was no and no. I said, okay, well, have you wrote a social media post about your plan? And have you emailed your social media link to your list? No and no. It's not hard stuff. He's waiting for the autoresponder to do the work. The autoresponder is just a tool to help you get started. Relying on the autoresponder is not going to work. People do not join autoresponders. People join people. Now, when you have a plan, when you have a vision, when you have a support group, right here, you see we have the Facebook groups here. When you have weekly content you're giving out or bi-weekly content, you see our live training link right here. You see what I'm saying? I want folks to see what I'm really doing. It's not just the business. It's not the sales funnel. It's the whole structure. We have businesses that are supplementary and complement each other. We have everything laid out that you need: business, marketing system, traffic source, personal development, and the support groups, the Facebook groups, the live training, the event we're going to go to this weekend. All of this is a part of what you need to be successful, period. And if any one of those pieces is lacking, you're just simply not going to make it. So, and that's what it is. Lastly, how I promote all of these things, because it does sound like a lot, I will either promote this page right here, or I'll follow my email schedule. Well, what's the email schedule, Rob? Very simple. My email schedule is a way I put out content, a way I put out videos, and a way I communicate to my email list. So every single Sunday, whenever I put out a video about something I've learned through the personal development, like, for example, the event I'm going to go to this weekend, every single Sunday, I'm going to hit my list with a personal development piece. Every single Tuesday, it's going to be a various training. You know, I call it Training Tuesdays. It was Teaching Crypto Tuesdays, but I kind of switch back and forth. So every single Tuesday, I will either email my cryptocurrency training link or my broke man's plan, because both of those are training. I mean, it's not just, here, join my stuff. This is, no, here is how to set it up, how to make it work, why to make it work. Or the crypto piece. Here is everything you need to know about cryptocurrency, to include mining, trading it yourself. You see what I'm saying? Every single Tuesday, I'll email out either this one or this one. Sometimes I'll email out both. Every single Wednesday, I'll simply email out my Power Lead system or Lead Lightning. Or another one I'll use is the Internet Lifestyle Pros. And the only reason I use them is because they're a free system that some folks put together to promote the Power Lead system. So it's just like a different take on it. Every single Wednesday, I'll either email out this link, Lead Lightning, or Power Lead System marketing link. And then every single Thursday, Traffic Thursday, I'll email out my FutureNet, my Udemy, my Traffic for Me, my MLM leads. I'll talk about my traffic orders. And then that's it. Then I repeat. Sunday, self-development. You see what I'm saying? So every single week, I'm not just hitting them with the same program, the same system. I'm hitting them with different angles. I'm giving them a la carte options. You know, here's the buffet, but then every single week, I'm going to hit them with a different piece of it. Here's the appetizer. Here's the first course. Here's the second course. Here's the dessert. Here's the coffee. You see what I'm saying? And then I just keep rotating, just relentless. That's all I do. And I just keep putting more traffic into the system. I keep doing videos. I keep doing phone calls. I keep doing Zooms. I keep doing videos. I keep talking about this same exact freaking plan, period. While people are joining a new deal or over here or not believing in their system and losing hope, while you're losing hope, your leads are going to pick up on that. They're going to lose hope in you, and then they're going to find somebody, me, who has the vision, conviction, and long-term plan. People are only going to join 3 types of people. Pay attention. People are only going to join 3 types. The heavy hitter, who's in a new deal every single week, who has a large following. His or her following is going to join him in each new deal every single time. And that leader is going to get a rush of money. If you don't have a large following, if you don't have a large email list, by large, I mean 250,000 plus, at least 5,000 people following you. Yeah, if you don't have a sizable following and you can't send out an email or one Facebook post and go to the top of a business, you have no business doing that. So that's the first person people are going to join. The second person is the number one earner in different opportunities. People are always going to gravitate to the number one guy or gal. When I say guy, understand that's guy or gal. People are always going to join the number one guy or gal, and whatever opportunity it is. So if you join a health and wellness deal, people are going to look for the number one guy and join his or her team and leave you out in the dust. That's the second type of person that people are going to join. The third type are the guys like me, people with a long-term vision, all the conviction in the world in their plan, the structure, the support group, everything in place to help you. Now, people would benefit most when they join the guys like me. But most people are chasing after the guru or chasing after the number one earner, who is a guru. But hopefully you get the point there. Unless you're the number one person, unless you have a large following, you need to become the guy like me. Have the framework, business, marketing system, traffic, training, support group. You need to become that person, and you need to work your face off to get into my position. And you need to look at what I do. Don't just look at what I say, look at what I do. Okay, does Rob have a Facebook group? Yes. That means I should probably have my own Facebook group. If you don't want to do your own Facebook group, piggyback off of somebody's until you get to the point, because eventually you will want your own Facebook group. It doesn't have to be Facebook, but your own group where people can go to get trained. You will want to put out your own training. You'll want to hold your own Zooms, even if 5 people show up. Even in my case, only 13 people are on here. But it doesn't matter what the number is. It's the quality of folks on this call. And I know this is going to go off into internet marketing land, and it's going to be there as long as the YouTube or, wherever I upload it will let me keep it there. And it's going to work for me. You see what I'm saying? So it's not just about the number. It's about the quality of people you have. Even if you have one person in your Facebook group and, you and a buddy, like me and Jake, we get in each other's Facebook groups and we're the only one liking and commenting on each other's posts. Even if you have to do that, do that. Because sooner or later, more and more people are going to catch the vision, and more people are going to start running with you. And it's just that simple. So that's the system. That's the framework. I gave you the full buffet. Then I serve it to you a la carte. And then you have to just duplicate. So even if you're pushing other opportunities, if I wanted to push another opportunity, it's very simple. I run all my traffic through this system. This one you're looking at here. And then every single Saturday, I'll email out my shiny ball. If I join a new deal, shiny ball Saturday, here's my new deal. Here's why I joined it. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not talking about it on social media. I'm just talking about my plan over and over and over again. So I'm stopping, sharing my screen. Hopefully you see me here. If that makes sense, let me know. You have to stay consistent. You have to have focus. You have to be convinced in your own plan. And if you're not, other folks aren't either. If you're starting to doubt, other folks are going to doubt as well. When you're first starting, okay, here's more mindset stuff. When you're first starting, the hardest thing to tap into is belief that this thing can actually work. Okay, boom. Aside from autoresponders and email broadcasts and putting out videos, the reason why people aren't taking action is because they don't believe in it. But when you have a Facebook group of me showing you week after week after week after week after week where I'm buying my traffic from, me talking about this plan, you go to my YouTube channel and it's just constantly unlimited wealth system this, unlimited wealth system that, my money flow, my this, my that, my this. I very rarely even show income anymore. I'm just so convinced about my plan. It's crazy. That's what's going to get other people joining you. Eventually, it's a process. It takes time to move somebody from, I opt into your sales funnel today. I have people that's been on my sales funnel for months, years. There's a couple of people who said, hey, Rob, I've been following you for 2 years. Ever since, traffic storm days, whatever, traffic monsoon days, ever since these days or ever since MCA, I've been following you for years. And the thing is, they're just now joining me and the systems that I'm promoting today. Why? Because I stayed consistent. I kept hammering the videos, putting out the content, even when income went up and down. And that's what it does. It goes up and it goes down. But you have to have the conviction and the belief, and you have to just keep putting energy into it, because sooner or later it's going to come back. You put enough of your energy into something, it's mathematically impossible for you to not get that same energetic output back. Going esoteric. And if you see me sweating here, it's like super hot in this room. When you put so much energy into something, you're going to get that energetic output back. Is it instantaneous? It depends on how you look at time, which is basically an illusion, but I don't want to go too far deep over your heads. When you put the same amount of energy into something, you're going to get that same energetic output back. Now to you, right now, right here, you will see a lag. That means I bought traffic, I put out a video, nobody signed up yet. It's going to take time for that energy to make its way back to you. But if you cut it off, if you put that energy out and then you start doubting it, you cut off the return. I'll say this again. When you put that energy out and you start to doubt it, you're cutting off the return. That means it's going to be impossible for you to get those results coming back to you because you cut it off. Well, what do you mean by that? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So if you guys haven't picked up this book by Jeb Blount, Fanatical Prospecting, I want all of you guys to go buy it right now, because it's going to tell you exactly what Rob is talking about. Buying leads, putting out videos, putting out content, engaging with your email list. That's your pipeline. And as soon as you take your focus on your pipeline, you're not going to see it immediately. But what you will see in 90 days, you're going to have no more leads coming in. You're going to have no more money coming in, and you're going to have no more contact and new people on your email list. That's the same exact concept applied to any industry. With real estate, I've heard it time and time again since I've just jumped over to here with this. But it's the same shit that we deal with internet marketing. As soon as you take your foot off the gas on the front end of your business, the rest of your business is going to dry up. So that's why you have to consistently, and I don't care if it's daily, every other day, whatever your time frame is allowed, you have to consistently put out content and do that shit. And when you first get started, like what Rob was talking about, you're not going to see those results. And when you don't see those results, that's generally the time when people quit, because they say, hey, this didn't work. And that's when they play the shiny ball game. And then they jump to the new business. And then they apply the same failed concepts that didn't work in the 6 other businesses that they just quit on. You have to put in the effort before you're actually going to get the result. And at first, you might not think that the result is or the effort is working because you're not getting the result. But following myself, Rob especially, he's been doing this for over 5 years. So anything that you do in life, you need to find somebody that's already successful and already knows what the fuck they're talking about. And with that being said, you just have to duplicate and do exactly what they're saying. That's it. It doesn't matter if you think it's going to work. It doesn't matter anything. You just have to do it. And then as soon as you get that first result, that first bit of success, that should reinstill the fact that it works. And then any doubt you have in your mind should go away. And then at that point, you just need to do more of what's required on the front end. That's it. That is all it takes. Because after being in the internet marketing space and making my jump over to real estate, I can tell you this hands down, I have a 90% advantage over everybody that's brand new in this industry. And the reason being is because of internet marketing. Because I've gone through the failure rates with network marketing, the talking to friends and family. I've gone through the failure rates of, hey, somebody opted into my list and they didn't buy shit. Oh, well, same concept applies to real estate. Same exact shit. The only difference is it's a larger payday. And another difference is most people, hey, they're like 6 months to a year out from buying a house. And it's one of the largest decisions and purchases most people will ever make in their life. How do you think it is trying to talk to somebody about buying a house to buying your program? A couple $100,000 compared to $250. Once you remove the emotional attachment from the money and you stop shopping out of somebody else's pocket and you just provide them with value for whatever it is that you're doing, it removes the problem. And if people aren't interested, then they're not at a time in their life when they're ready to hear whatever message it is that you're trying to speak to. And then at that point, you just need to move on to the next person. It's a numbers game. That's all that it is. The more numbers you have on the front end, the higher results you're going to have on the back end. Don't make this complicated. It's really not.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, you know, there's nothing else could even say. Well, there's probably a few more things I'll probably add because I got a big mouth. But that's it. When you go from this to anything else, you have the advantage because you're already calloused. You know, it's like when you lift weights for the first time and your hands are so soft and that weight just starts giving you blisters. But after you go back after a couple weeks and you have the calloused hands, you'll be able to just grab the barbells and just throw them around the gym. Or if you don't like lifting weights, playing the guitar. First time I played the guitar, I had very soft, supple fingertips. But after, mashing on the heavier strings and fingers start to bleed every now and again, they get calloused. And then once they get calloused, your playing becomes better. And it's just that simple. With anything, it just involves getting out there and messing up and going through the process. Personal story. I paid a large amount of money for a dinner, a professional type dinner. If you're in the Facebook group, you know how much I paid for it. And going into that dinner, I had one idea of what they were looking for. And so at the dinner, they said, hey, now we're going to open it up for the people to present their idea. So I presented my idea, what I thought they were looking for, and I wanted to go first. And I was 100% wrong. I mean, just wrong. But what that taught me, well, actually what the Marine Corps taught me and life had taught me and getting into internet marketing had taught me is you have to just keep fighting, just keep showing up. Even if you get it wrong, just keep coming back because the end result is I still, let's just say I still got the deal because I just, it hurts sometimes. You just feel like, feel like this big. You feel like you want to sink into a little crack. Another metaphor is when I first started learning how to ride a motorcycle. When you're first starting to ride a motorcycle and you're mastering the clutch and the brake and, the friction zone and everything, and you're at a stoplight and you're deathly afraid of the stoplight turning green because you got 4 and 5 cars behind you and you stall out your motorcycle. For me, that was like one of the most embarrassing things in the world. I'd stall out the bike, cars would be behind me. I'd turn on a motorcycle, get it all going, rev it up again, and stall it out again. And then people would start yelling, learn how to ride and blah, blah, blah. And, you'd feel like this big. But the thing is you just keep getting out there and just keep trying. And that's the point. So even if you're out there trying, you're doing better than 90% of the people who are not. So if you just get one thing from this hangout, just get out there and freaking try. That being said, wrapping this up, stopping the recording.